Dokkan Battles Worldwide Download Celebration Part 2 is nearly here. And we're getting our first look at the new LRs. Let's get right in. Start. Ooh, that's probably really loud. Oh.
Hello, salut, annyeonghaseyo, ni hao, guten tag, hola. Hi to everyone all around the world.
I didn't look at
I'm Omatsu,
anything.
main
This
producer
is...
of Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle.
Hi everyone, I'm Ken, a member of Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle staff. Today's video comes with subtitles again, so if you have trouble understanding English, please set a language from the video settings and turn the subtitles on as needed.
Are you enjoying the ongoing worldwide celebration heated showdown campaign?
It's a little uneventful.
Today,
Can't
we are
say it's the
bringing
best
you
campaign,
the latest
but
information
so far.
on the new characters in part 2 of the campaign. We will reveal the characters as well as their animations and abilities, so keep watching. Let's introduce the two new characters together.
I can't wait to see the characters.
Here they are.
Alright. Alright. I like that Gohan a lot.
Who destroys all legendary Super Saiyan Broly and all-out super attack Super Saiyan Gohan Teen. We have recreated
That
the
Gohan's
duo
animations
who
is so
fought
cool. Though.
fiercely in the movie
The art animation.
Dragon Ball Z Broly Second Coming. Time to introduce their abilities and animations in details. Let's start with the Dokkan Festival featured character Super Warrior who destroyed all legendary Super Saiyan Broly.
I have no stones for this,
This
by the
character
way.
can create a domain
Like
with his
260.
active skill. Here are his animations.
It kind of makes me want to like look at Second Coming again. I haven't seen it in so long.
How is that? Isn't the Broly?
That was pretty cool. I think I like the
Next
first
up
Broly's
is his
animations a little bit
abilities.
better. The first one of the
His
celebration.
type is extreme
But
intelligence.
that was really cool too. Or maybe I'm just a little numb to Broly's right now because we got so many LR
His
Broly's back
leader
to
skill
back.
can raise uncontrollable power, revenge, or planetary destruction,
Okay.
category allies stats by 170%, and becomes 200% when allies also belong to the movie bosses, transformation boost, or pure science category. His super attack, Savage Blaster, can massively raise attack and defense for one turn, with a high chance of further raising defense for one turn, and deal colossal damage with a high chance of stunning the enemy. His Ultra Super Attack, Gigantic Driver, can massively raise attack and defense for one turn, with a high chance of further massively raising attack for one turn, and deal mega colossal damage with a great chance of stunning the enemy. Here is his passive
Wow,
skill.
that's a full
Upon
novel.
his entry, he activates his entrance animations once only and raises extreme class allies defense for 4 turns. In addition to raising his own attack and defense by 260%, he has high base stats, 60%
At all
damage
times?
reduction at
Wait.
all times,
Just at
and
all
an
times. He's just
ability
constantly
that allows
reducing
him to
damage by
receive
60%.
2 additional ki and recover HP for each key sphere obtained, making him a powerful character. Plus, this character's highlights are domain creation and revival. Let's talk about them
Revival.
one by one.
Oh my god.
Firstly, his domain can be created with his active skill when there is a Goku's family category enemy or if every ally attacking in the same turn belongs to the
Okay.
uncontrollable power
That's not so bad
category.
because you're probably gonna be running his
This
category
is
anyway.
his active skill animations.
Okay, I did kind of like the active skill animation. That was kind of cool. All right, all right, all
Did
right.
you like it?
Yeah, it was pretty
His
cool.
active skill, Earth Crushing Arm, can massively raise his attack temporarily and deal ultimate damage to the enemy. It can also create the domain Molten Lava of Natari Village for 3 turns. The domain's effects, it raises uncontrollable power category allies and enemies attack and defense by 15%. It also damage received by super class allies and enemies by 15%, which further increases by 10% if they belong to the movie heroes category. This Molten Lava of Natari Village will increase Broly's strength by a lot. While his domain is active, he can guard all attacks, and if the domain is active at the start of his attacking turn, he can change key spheres of a type other than intelligence and strength into strength key spheres.
Bro, popping off.
Moreover, after attacking once while the domain is active, his attacks will be effective against all types for the rest of the battle.
The rest of
Don't
the battle.
hesitate to create his domain because he can benefit from it even after it is no longer active.
There's even more. As we mentioned earlier, he has a revival skill. Starting from the 5th turn from his entry turn, which is right when his entrance animation effect ends, he can revive once only when he or an ally attacking in the same turn is KO'd. If his or an ally's revival skill is activated, his defense is boosted when receiving an attack. If he is revived by his own revival skill, the attack and defense of uncontrollable power category allies will be raised, and he can change physical key spheres into intelligence key spheres within his attacking turn.
Besides his offensive skills, his abilities also include high damage reduction, being able to change key spheres, and even being able to revive.
He really is like a jack of
making
all
him
trades.
a
He can
jack
just do
of
like
all
anything.
trades, with a slightly different approach compared
Yeah,
to the
very
usual
different approach.
attack-focused
I like it
Broly.
though.
We believe that he will be
That
a great
Gohan better
addition
pop off
to
then, because
uncontrollable power
that's
category
big competition.
and Broly teams. Next up, we have the character featured in the legendary Summon Carnival. All-out super attack, Super Saiyan Gohan Teen. This character has a standby skill, but with a little new twist. We will explain it in detail later. So please first, take a look at his super attack and ultra super attack animations.
I'm actually really excited to see these because I know it's got to be the bros, the family community. And this has got to be involved. It's got to be involved, right? If it's not, it's from this movie.
What do you think? We have
That was okay.
the scene
It was
where
okay.
he faced Broly in Goku's place in the second movie of the trilogy.
Let's move on to his abilities. His type is Super Strength.
Okay.
And his leader skill raises Kamehameha category allies stats by 200%. His super attack, Masenko, greatly raises attack and raises defense for 1 turn.
Okay, so it's gotta be an active skill, right? He's literally raising that category.
His ultra super attack, Super Explosive Wave, greatly raises attack and raises defense for 1 turn, deals mega colossal damage to the enemy, and raises super class allies defense for 50% for 1 turn. Here is his passive skill. The number of attacks performed and key meter are important to this character. His key, attack, and defense are all raised with each attack launched, and his attack and defense can be raised up to 200% and 150% respectively. Moreover, with every super attack launched, his attack is raised by 77% within the turn. If his key is 18 or more, he will perform an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack, and if his key is 24, his attack will be raised and he can perform an additional super attack. His attacks will be effective against all types when HP is 77% or more, so together with the boost he receives from the number of attacks and super attacks performed as mentioned before,
he could be pretty decent.
Actually packing a big punch.
He's dealing a lot of damage. I think I prefer Broly overall because he kind of does a bit of everything.
Up to 4 super attacks in a single turn, so you can aim for very fast clears.
Yeah.
Also, if there is another Kamehameha or Earth-bred fighters category ally
which you'll
attacking
have
in the same turn, he will guard all attacks and will have a high chance of evading an attack if his HP is lower than 77%.
You'll basically guaranteed have Kamehameha or Earth-bred fighters with him because that's his category. And even if you aren't using his category, just Gohan to still be like
of evading attacks
on a team with other
depending
ones.
on the conditions, making him balanced in both offense and defense. Time to introduce his standby skill.
It's gotta be the family Kamehameha.
Let's first look at his animation after the skill. Here it is.
I'm the one who's going to defeat you!
Did you like it?
It's interesting because that same animation, even though it comes from 2D, has been used on Future Gohan, LR Future Gohan as well.
To be at least in the 3rd turn from his entry turn,
that like swirls
which
around
makes
him.
it not difficult to activate. Now we will explain his standby skill in detail. It allows him to stand by for 5 turns, during which 7 Dragon Balls will appear. Charge count will increase by 1 whenever allies obtain a key sphere, and by an additional 4 whenever a Dragon Ball is obtained. This appearance of Dragon Ball is the new element Dragon Ball Key Sphere.
Okay.
The Dragon Ball will appear randomly on top of key spheres when this standby skill is activated.
To give you a clearer idea, here are the actual visuals. Please take a look.
Ah, okay. That's pretty cool.
The order that Dragon Balls are obtained is not restricted, and the number of Dragon Balls collected will affect his finish effect, which I will introduce next. He has 3 types of finish effects with blurring effects and animations based on the number of Dragon Balls collected and the charge count. Let's first take a look at all 3 of the animations. Here we go.
Okay. And then the last one.
What are we gonna do? I wish Dad was here.
You every ounce of power you've got in you! No more chances after this one, Father!
Ed!
That was really cool. I like that a lot.
As you might have
That was really
expected,
cool.
we have recreated a lot of key climax scenes in his animations.
The effects of his finish effects are as follows. Firstly, Kamehameha can be activated when charge count is 34 or less. The character's attack is raised by 15% temporarily with every charge count, and he can deal ultimate damage to the enemy. Next, Brotherhood Kamehameha can be activated when charge count is 35 or more with 6 or fewer Dragon Balls collected. It raises attack by 15% temporarily per charge count and deals super ultimate damage to the enemy. Lastly, Family Kamehameha can be activated when charge count is 35 or more with 7 Dragon Balls collected. It raises attack by 20% temporarily per charge count, deals super ultimate damage to the enemy, and makes the character's attacks effective against all types. That's all for the finish effects. Last but not least, let's talk about his abilities when he is in standby
Yeah, that's what
mode.
I was wondering about, really.
He cannot attack unless launching a finish effect, but he can guard all attacks. His attack is raised for every superclass ally attacking in the same turn, and if all allies attacking in the turn are superclass, he can reduce damage received by 77%, making him
Nice.
shine brighter in superclass
Okay,
teams.
yeah, he'll be perfectly fine. You
Moreover,
almost can't
his
kill him.
defense when he takes a hit will raise for every key sphere obtained. Along with the previous effects, this makes him hard as steel. Collect as many key spheres as possible to raise defense and the charge count, and aim to launch a powerful finish effect. His attack is raised by 258% when he launches a finish effect, so he can deal massive damage with the aforementioned finish effect, just like the decisive blow in the movie.
This makes me
That's
wonder,
all for
like, if
today's
they'll be
new
able to do a
information.
standby effect or whatever for part 3.
The Dokkan
Because that'll
Festival,
have to be Bio
the
Broly,
legendary
right?
Summon Carnival,
It literally can't be
where you
anything
can
else.
summon. The new characters will both start from September 13th, so please wait a little more.
That's cool. That's cool.
Before we wrap
I can
up,
wait to
we
build
have
up
one more
some stones.
announcement to make.
One more?
This has already been announced in the in-game news, but regarding the unification with the
Ooh.
Japanese version, the conditions for the number of rewards obtained from achieving first place on App Store or Google Play has changed. Please check this slide for details.
Please be aware of the change, and they will be changed starting next time. The worldwide celebration Heated Showdown campaign is still ongoing. Please
Surely
look
we'll
forward to event
number 1
updates,
again,
new Extreme Z Awakenings,
like once these
and more.
summons drop.
Until the next video. Thank you for sticking around till the end.
Thank you.
See you!
Thank you for giving us some banger characters to summon for. All right. Let me know what you guys are going to summon for, and yeah, I'll see you later. Peace.